Okay, I guess I'll update my Johnny Travelog a little bit. You know, usually I try to get as much in the nature as I can, and then, holy shit, I got another ticket. Another ticket, dude. You know what, if I had my way, in fact, let me just dream a dream. Let me just dream a dream. If I had my way, man, if I were king of the day, what would I be? Well, number one is, oh man, holy shit. I think, I don't know, I think it'd be cool. Like, wouldn't it be cool, like, if, you know, whenever you walked around and you saw trees, like, just, like, I don't know, the trees talked to you and they kind of told you exactly, you know, what their genus, species was. And, you know, I think that would be really cool. They just sort of, trees just sort of kind of had signs of, like, you know, this is who we are. Pretty cool. In fact, when I was a kid, my mother told me, or we would make these little garden things, and we'd put these little pictures of the, you know, like, you know, you plant like vegetables or some sort of thing, and they kind of put a picture of it, and you always kind of, you know, and the picture sort of showed you what it was supposed to be. And I sort of on some level thought that maybe if the seed saw the picture of what it was supposed to be, then it would become that, you know. But of course I was just a kid. Here we got, what's this? The Himalayas, dude. Cedric, the entertainer, Nicia. Holy shit. This is what they call a man-made nature thing. Isn't that beautiful? Of course, it's LA, so, you know, that's, you know, I like I said, I love LA. There's a lot of things about LA. I'm going to keep a good attitude about it. San Fran's kind of my soul city, but LA, you know, I told somebody recently that I was wanting to do some stand-up comedy, and it took a lot of courage to say that. It was amazing how, you know, for me, comedy has been my nectar. It's been something that I've loved for most of my life. In fact, comedy is, I mean, that's how I used to connect with my stepdad, and that's its own story. And then I, you know, went into the business world, and I lost a big part of my soul. I lost who I was, and my life really just became about child support checks, making money, making more money, trying to grow the company. And so really beyond money, I really didn't have much of an identity. And then Dodd-Frank sort of helped that business go out of business. And, you know, don't get me on government stuff. I just saw SNoWDeN, dude. Okay, let me give you a little Fibonojji on SNoWDeN. You know, you got to go watch that movie, Oliver Stone. I mean, he's Oliver Stone. He remember, he directed JFK, or JFK, right? And, you know, talking about the importance of the Fourth Amendment and talking about FISA, and you're just like, dude, that's why I love film. I mean, you know, where else other than film and comedy is truth being talked about? I mean, where is, you know, what's a FISA court? And, you know, what are these private courts? And, you know, even going through kind of my civil trial, and, you know, you start talking this foreign language about 2503, and you start talking about the importance of federally protected statuses, or with SNoWDEN, you start hearing things like FISA courts, and what the fuck is a FISA court, and how they're circumventing the Fourth Amendment, how important the Fourth Amendment is. And man, it's like, dude, that's why I love cinema, that's why I love film. And dude, that's where my heart is. In fact, you know, I was telling this girl that I met on Bumble, you know, I just told her, I said, hey, here's my number, you know, I'm kind of a newbie comic, and I want to do that. And you know, it's hard having honest conversations like that. It's hard to say, you know, because, you know, it's hard being who you really are. And it reminds me of an Emerson quote, Ralph Waldo Emerson, dude. He says, to be in the world and to remain who you are while it's constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest achievement. And of course, I didn't do it justice. I mean, Emerson, dude, you just don't get any better than Emerson. I mean, just go read some Emerson, go smoke some cannabis. In fact, invite me over. Cannabis, Emerson. Not much of a drinker. I'm more of a, you know, I'll have a Malbec with you if you want to go to Argentina. But, you know, I took a step today, and, you know, on Bumble, I kind of, you know, updated my profile and said, you know, I'm kind of a newbie comic, and that's something I love. And, And it's so weird that here I am 40, and it takes more courage to say this is who I really am. I love film, I love comedy. In a world that's constantly saying, great, we don't care who you what you love, and we don't care what your passions are. You know, the Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, you know, it's like, we don't really care who you really are as a person. We just care how much money you make. How much money you make. And I'm not trying to minimize money. I'm not trying to say money's not important, but I will say workaholism and the addiction to money is unhealthy. And if there's been anything that I can really say about this season, and I've learned so many things, you know, I've traveled all over from Durango to San Francisco and LA and back to San Francisco and La Jolla and, you know, the finest city in the world. You know, and then I, last night, you know, I went and watched SNoWDeN. And I watched it by myself for lots of reasons, but you know the thing is I as I'm watching this, I'm like, you know, this is what film is supposed to be. It's about truth telling and being honest and saying that you can love your country, but man, you need to be able to call bullshit. And you know, even my little situation with 2503 in a West Texas court, and you see, man, holy shit, when you really ask for equality as a man in a civil trial, holy shit. You know, my ex-wife tried to bounce her Rule 11, you know, and she did, you know, and how McCarthyism and Rule 11 and FISA, and like everybody thinks you're fucking crazy, dude. And again, they're kind of they're zombies. They're zombies. And anyway, there's my little rant for the day. So what do? I guess I do the Matthew 4 model, where I just kind of try to get as close to nature as possible. Go, you know, whether it's going to Emerson, seeing this, you know, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with this. It's like, man, these beautiful, beautiful trees, and you're putting your fucking pins in there, but you're teaching people. So, guys, other than the distraction in the background, that tree is I can't even pronounce that, Cedrus deodora. Oh, by the way, the genus is always capitalized and the species is never capitalized. You know, what's a genus, species? So if you got anything out of this, you learned what this beautiful tree is. You've learned about genus, species, and Himalayas. Maybe some FISA court. Go see SNoWDeN, dude. Such a good. I didn't like the ending. Thought the ending was a little bit dramatic. In fact, Oliver Stone, if you're out there, tweet me at Fibonojji, and I'll tell you the perfect ending you should have had. Go watch this ending. It should have been SNoWDeN in black and white, with black and white photography, done a full circle. But you didn't ask me. You went for the hero pose. But anyway, SNoWDeN, wherever you're at, tweet me at Fibonojji. Enjoy your day. And by the way, at SNoWDeN, even if you're out there, I'm going to use the power of the internet and just kind of throw this to the ether. You know, thank you, Ed Snowden. You know, it's funny, Ed Snowden he is running for his life in a country where one of the presidential candidates did the exact same thing. So Ed Snowden's running for his life. Hillary Clinton is running for president. It's the same thing, and you see how power is selective, and it's such an interesting thing. So go see SNoWDeN. Go look up genus, species. You guys have a great day. Email me at americana417@gmail.com. But most importantly, follow me at Fibonojji. Remember to be who you are in a world that's constantly trying to make you something else. That is the greatest accomplishment. Enjoy your day.